The Rocket Balloon is a new super troop coming in the summer Clash of Clans update. Let's give you everything you need to know. What's going on, my friends? My name's Corrupt. Sneak Peek Week continues. Last time we showed you all the new offense and defensive levels coming in this next update. Next, we want to look at the brand new super troop, the Rocket Balloon. This is a super version of the regular balloon, and it will mirror your own balloon's level. Now, we do want to make sure that you understand how you can get it, what level you unlock it at, along with all the mechanics. Also, keep in mind that I do have video chapters all down below, so feel free to skip through to review or even to check out different sections. In order to boost this new super troop, you will need to be a Town Hall 12 at minimum with a level 8 balloon. This is what you see if you do not have a level 8 balloon. However, if you do, these are the stats for the level 8. And here are the stats for the level 9 Rocket Balloon at Town Hall 13. However, we do want to skip to the maximum level at level 10 for Town Hall 14. Now, the Rocket Balloon stats are very similar to a regular balloon. However, we do want to mainly focus on two things: the damage when destroyed and the housing space. The damage per second and HP are the same, while the damage when destroyed is going to 600 damage. Unlike a regular balloon, where it is going to deal only 352. Along with that, it has a housing space of 8. However, as the name suggests, the Rocket Balloon has a special ability known as Booster. It increases movement speed for the first 4 seconds. This is a massive thing for the balloon, as the balloon is really slow, and when you give it a boost in movement speed without having to use a haste spell, it can play a much bigger role. This is pretty much like having a haste spell right on top of your balloons. In order for you to understand the Rocket Balloon's mechanics, I went through a bunch of tests mainly designed for Town Hall 12 and Town Hall 13, so you understand how to use this at the lower levels. One of which is the movement speed. The differences between the regular balloon and the Rocket Balloon is, of course, movement speed, and you can see how fast the Rocket Balloon gets to the Archer Tower. Even though it gets taken down, you will still see a significant impact because it quickly darts over to that defense. Now, some of you may be wondering, does the haste spell affect the Rocket Balloon? Well, it does in a slight way. The one on the left will have no haste, while the one on the right does. You'll see that the one on the right gets to the defense a lot quicker, since all the haste spell does is extend its boost. So I would highly recommend using it towards the end of its boost rather than using it during it, or else it will do very little, if nothing at all. In order to extend the Rocket Balloon's boost, you will want to mainly look for defenses between a 1 tile gap and a 0 tile gap, meaning that they are touching together. This is going to allow you to pretty much send in your balloons and then still have that boost going into that second defense. It's something that you may want to think about, especially if you want to funnel out 2 different structures in 2 different compartments. Now, I also tested the Rocket Balloon on defense, and it's surprisingly good. Compared to a regular balloon, regular balloons are very easy to get rid of from an enemy CC. However, when you put into perspective that a Rocket Balloon moves a lot quicker, you are going to be able to see them do more damage quicker than a regular balloon. And this can play a huge role in terms of defense because it can force an ability really early when paired with super minions. So my tip is to use super minions with them if you want to use the Rocket Balloons on defense. But along with that, the reason that they are really good is if you do not drop a poison spell in time, your queen will die to that super minion Rocket Balloon CC. The Rocket Balloon can also outrun traps, mostly the red air bombs and the seeking air mines. This is a really interesting interaction, and it is really fun to see all of these traps chase this one balloon. But once he gets over to the defense, it's unfortunately going to be game over. Now, along with that, you will not be able to outrun or go right through a tornado trap. the tornado trap will just grapple it and you really won't be able to escape from it. So that's the only trap you won't be able to outrun with the use of the rocket balloon. One thing that the rocket balloons won't be able to outrun, and that is the enemy heroes, mainly the Royal Champion and the Archer Queen. Since they are both ranged units, they are pretty much going to be able to get rid of them due to their high damage. It is only going to take 2 shots from both of them in order to get rid of them. So do consider bringing in headhunters right behind them in order to kill them off while your balloons go ahead and take down defenses. My thoughts on the rocket balloon is that it's going to be an incredibly useful super troop, very similar to the usefulness of super wall breakers and sneaky goblins. The main thing that I find to be the strongest is that it pretty much has a haste spell built into the balloon, which makes it to where you can bring less haste spells and more other spells like freeze, heal, rage, and other spells to support both a kill squad push with a Lavaloon and also for the Lavaloon itself to bring more spells to get through it easier. Now, one of the best things, at least for me, which you'll see just in a couple seconds, is pretty much using the balloons to sort of create the funnel. By using only 2 of them, which is 16 housing space, it can get rid of 2 different buildings from 2 adjacent compartments, which can play a massive role. One such way of using the rocket balloon is to snipe off a Inferno Tower from an island base or from its own compartment. This can be massive for your attack. As you can see, using the rocket balloons to take it down is something that you could possibly do, and it could play a big role in being able to get rid of an Inferno, especially on an island base. Similar to the Inferno Tower, you can use the rocket balloons to snipe off structures such as an air defense, especially if it's nearby the outside where it's only being protected by 1 layer of walls. You could also lure out the enemy CC by just using these rocket balloons, where pretty much they have a haste spell implemented, so it makes it easier to lure out the enemy CC than having to use balloons and then the haste spell. You could also use this as a Coco balloon where you're able to look for any seeking air mines. Mostly you're going to use this to protect any healers, baby dragons, electro dragons, etc. And you can also use this just to make sure to look for any seeking air mines towards the outside of the base. You could also possibly use it with the clone spell, either by using the balloons themselves or having an E-Dragon balloons in order to spread all across the base and deal a lot of damage. Though I don't see this being a really big viable option, but it is an option nonetheless that you could potentially try out. Let me know what you think about the new rocket balloon. Is it going to be overpowered, or is it going to be a fairly useful troop that you're going to be able to bring in your attacks? Let me know down in the comments below. Make sure also to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss tomorrow's sneak peek, where we're keeping our eye on the sky and looking at what that new barrack level is. And also make sure to use code CORRUPT in Clash of Clans or any Supercell game, and I'll be catching you in the next video. Corrupt, signing out.